Welcome to our continuing series, Questions and Answers from the works of Sri Aurobindo and the Mother. Today's subject is Equality, Part 5, from Sri Aurobindo. Equality is to remain unmoved within in all conditions. Equality is the chief support of the true spiritual consciousness, and it is this from which a sadhak deviates when he allows a vital movement to carry him away in feeling or speech or action. Equality is not the same thing as forbearance, though undoubtedly a settled equality immensely extends, even illimitably, a man's power of endurance and forbearance. Equality means a quiet and unmoved mind and vital. It means not to be touched or disturbed by things that happen or things said or done to you, but to look at them with a straight look, free from the distortions created by personal feeling, and to try to understand what is behind them, why they happen, what is to be learned from them, what is it in oneself which they are cast against, and what inner profit or progress one can make out of them. It means self-mastery over the vital movements, anger and sensitiveness, and pride, as well as desire and the rest. Not to let them get hold of the emotional being and disturb the inner peace. Not to speak and act in the rush and impulsion of these things, always to act and speak out of a calm inner poise of the spirit. It is not easy to have this equality in any full perfect measure, but one should always try more and more to make it the basis of one's inner state and outer movements. Equality means another thing, to have an equal view of men and their nature and acts and the forces that move them. It helps one to see the truth about them by pushing away from the mind all personal feeling in one's seeing and judgment, and even all the mental bias. There can be no firm foundation in sadhana without equality, samatha. Whatever the unpleasantness of circumstances, however disagreeable the conduct of others, you must learn to receive them with a perfect calm and without any disturbing reaction. These things are the test of equality. It is easy to be calm and equal when things go well and people and circumstances are pleasant. It is when they are the opposite that the completeness of the calm, peace, equality can be tested, reinforced, made perfect. It is very good that you have had this experience. For this kind of consciousness, full of equality, samatha, is just the thing that has to be acquired, and the very basis on which a sound yogic consciousness, full of the Mother, can be built up. When the peace of the higher consciousness descends, it brings always with it this tendency towards equality, samatha, because without samatha, Peace is always liable to be attacked by the waves of the lower nature. Equality is a very important part of this yoga. It is necessary to keep equality under pain and suffering, and that means to endure firmly and calmly, not to be restless or troubled or depressed or despondent, to go on with a steady faith in the divine will. But equality does not include inert acceptance. If, for instance, there is temporary failure of some endeavor in the sadhana, one has to keep equality, not to be troubled or despondent, but one has not to accept the failure as an indication of the divine will and give up the endeavor. Yogic samatha is equality of soul, equanimity founded on the sense of the one self, the one divine everywhere, seeing the one in spite of all differences, degrees, disparities in the manifestation. The mental principle of equality tries to ignore or else to destroy the differences, degrees, and disparities, to act as if all were equal there, or to try and make all equal.